the mouth-watering main course. TakeOver War Games going down this Saturday in Houston. Only on the WWE Network. We welcome you to what promises to be a satiating appetizer. This is NXT.
Tonight, before they meet for the NXT Championship, the Celtic Colossus Drew McIntyre will face the man who humiliated him 2 weeks ago on NXT TV, Andrade, Cien Almas. And in women's division action, one of the challengers for NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver, Ember Moon, will go one-on-one with the highly impressive newcomer, Mercedes Martinez.
Okay, showtime, baby.
The bowling contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
And just like YFN, Lucci, and PNB Rock Percy, every day the Street Profits are lit.
You know it, baby. Like Drake, started from the bottom, now we here. Let's get it.
You guys lost me.
No surprise there. Where's that cup at?
No appreciation for the culture, Nigel. The Solo Cup Rebellion of Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins.
What are these guys rebelling against? Nothing.
Whoever comes in their way, it doesn't matter. See, you don't understand, these guys come from nothing, so every day they here, they gonna celebrate. I know you have a hard time understanding that because you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, huh, man?
Silver spoon where?
In your mouth.
Huh. You know, Percy,
I was born with a plastic spoon in mine.
I ain't even have a spoon.
there's someone with a gold spoon, I'm sure.
You ain't kidding.
This duo beginning to build momentum here in NXT.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, Riddick Moss and Tino Sabbatelli.
These two all about big money, man. Tino pulled up here today and tried to pay the security guard $500 to keep his Maserati dry in the rain.
And continuing with the theme, Percy, just like Kodak Black, Sabbatelli thinks he's cooler than LL. Sabbatelli and Moss, though, have definitely made some noise here in NXT. A big win over the neophyte tag team of Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
You know what, I can talk junk all I want to about Tino and Moss, but the thing is, these two are starting to put it together.
I've got to agree with you, Percy. It was a very impressive showing against Burch and Lorcan. Now, what position did Sabbatelli play?
Free safety.
Free safety.
Second round draft pick, man. Guy's legit.
Both of these NXT superstars, legit, both decorated athletes. Dawkins with the waistlock takedown on Sabbatelli.
I think I'd give a grappling advantage to Dawkins here. Well, that's one way out of it.
Dawkins, known as the curse of greatness, three-sport athlete, competed nationally in football, wrestling, and track. And there's a leapfrog. Oh. Wonder if he did the hurdles. Oh, basement drop kick, smash, and the Street Profits.
Oh, yeah.
And fuego.
Mind your business.
Doing very well.
Oh,
okay.
360 clothesline in the corner by the uber athletic Montez Ford, but the rabbit strike by Sabbatelli, and the tag is made. In comes the legal man, Riddick Moss.
If it's any like last time we saw these guys in the ring, there'll be quick tags back and forth.
Oh! With With authority, Moss drives Ford to the canvas with that belly-to-back suplex.
Did you see how he dropped him straight down instead of falling backward, thereby making sure that Ford ended up closer to his own corner?
Yeah, Moss dropped Montez Ford with extreme prejudice, but we all know why that Moss and Tino so upset, because the Street Profits were out there taking pictures, taking selfies next to the Maserati.
Judging by the NXT Universe reaction, Sabbatelli and Moss's fan club is tantamount to the population of Beaufort, Wyoming. Look it up, Nigel. One person lives there. And Sabbatelli used to live in Lars. And Sabbatelli letting it be known that the Street Profits are not next-level athletes like he and his tag team partner Riddick Moss.
Montez has got to come up with some offense. He's looking worse for wear right now. He's got to find a way to get to his partner and get out of there.
What do you think it is about the Street Profits that's going to get him the victory here today, Percy?
I couldn't understand you from that thick accent. What?
I said, what is it about the Street Profits do you think they need to do to beat Sabbatelli and Moss?
Just keep working. Do what they do. Stay flashy. Here we go.
Make tags like that as Dawkins runs over Tino Sabbatelli, and again with the running clothesline. Ducks under the lariat of Moss and drives Moss face first into the canvas with the Bulldog.
Stirring it up, whatever that means.
He's stirring it up, and he's turning up here in NXT as Sabbatelli on the receiving end of that strike from Dawkins. And the Street Profits beat Sabbatelli and Moss.
Your winner, the Street Profits.
And the Street Profits looking to go from character actors to leading men in the NXT Tag Team Division. Another sweet win over Sabbatelli and Moss this week.
Black and gold forever, baby. Time to fill up that cup.
You're going to celebrate, Percy?
No.
Go on, get out your seat and move your feet.
You joining in?
No.
I want to see Nigel do the Millie Rock.
I heard him so. Yo, fellas, that was a huge win for Black and Gold. That's a big victory for the Street Profits.
Street Profits with a huge win over Tino Sabbatelli and Riddick Moss. And Nigel, I know you're up on your Shakespeare. The Bard once wrote, "What's in a name?" Well, when it comes to Velveteen Dream, the answer appears to be everything.
Is there a difference between the dark and the light?
Take a long, hard look into the dark side of NXT.
In everyone, there is darkness and light. And somewhere in between lies Aleister Black.
Aleister Black has arrived.
And I know now what I need to do.
Everything that fades to black must come into the light. Here we have Aleister Black. The man who walked through darkness only to be blinded by the light that is your Velveteen Dream.
There's always one that thinks that they're special.
The man who is the polar opposite of Aleister Black.
I'm not other superstars. I'm the Velveteen Dream.
This is supposed to be Aleister Black against Lio Rush, and Velveteen Dream doing whatever it takes to attract Aleister Black's attention.
But the truth is, they all want recognition.
Not again.
That's Aleister Black's best.
That's a mistake.
I refuse to acknowledge a child that throws a tantrum to get attention.
Hey! Say my name! Acknowledge me!
Aleister Black denying Velveteen Dream the acknowledgement that he so desperately wants.
Aleister Black. Gotcha.
What the? Velveteen Dream just ambushed Aleister Black.
At NXT TakeOver War Games.
Dream has morphed into Aleister Black's worst nightmare.
When all that's dark comes to the light, your lips say my name.
Oh!
Say my name!
You want to make a name for yourself. I will make sure that they never forget it.
Oh! Oh!
You wanted my attention. You have it.
Well, only one name will be announced at the end of this matchup in Houston as Aleister Black finally takes on Velveteen Dream. Will NXT TakeOver War Games be the moment that Velveteen Dream finally gets the recognition he has desired, or will Black's reign of dominance continue? We'll find out this Saturday on the WWE Network.
And another NXT superstar who has a huge matchup in Houston against Cassius Ohno this Saturday is Lars Sullivan, and he is in action next.
Be next, be NXT, be different, be weird, be huggers, be fireflies, be mohawks, be beards. Like no one, like nothing, like whatever, like this. Like Asuka, like Charlotte, like Becky, like Bliss. No tap outs, no count outs, no 3 counts, no friends. No stop it, no nostalgia, no now with no then. One shot in, 1 million, one verse all, one team. One Finn, one Balor, one demon, one king. Be hated, be vacant, be R-A-Y. Like Jimmy, like Jay, like even this guy. Be heard, be seen, like Dolph, like Dean. No guts, no glory, one shot, one story. Be you, like now, no time, one run. Be like no one. Available now. Rated T for teen.
You feel it coming.
A powder keg.
For fury, aggression, and desire.
You want a shot at the champ? You've got it. One of these 4 women will walk out as the new NXT Women's Champion.
We will have a match so brutal it hasn't been seen in 20 years.
One of the most dangerous matches in sports entertainment history.
3 teams in 2 rings in 1 cage.
Houston, we have our War Games.
Welcome back to NXT. Tonight, we want to give a special thanks to Power Trip for their song Executioner's Tax, Swing of the Axe. It's off the album Nightmare Logic. It's one of the theme songs for this Saturday's NXT TakeOver War Games, and it's available now on iTunes and Spotify. Well, as we saw last week, Cassius Ohno was looking for an opportunity, and he's found a huge one at NXT TakeOver War Games in the form of the powerhouse who looks to continue cutting a swath of destruction in NXT. Right now, his name is Lars Sullivan.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 303 pounds, Lars Sullivan.
The super-sized, sober-sides NXT superstar, Lars Sullivan.
I tell you what, guys, this man absolutely terrified. I mean, he is walking destruction.
Absolutely everything he does has catastrophic effect. Harks back to a bygone era of sports entertainment, doesn't he? When men were men and women and children were scared.
Here's someone who's not afraid to step up and face Lars Sullivan. The upstart from the Cruiserweight Classic, Raul Mendoza.
And his opponent from Cordova, Veracruz, Mexico, weighing in at 190 pounds, Raul Mendoza.
No offense to Mendoza, guys, but you have to wonder what kind of a slingshot he possesses in order to bring down this Goliath.
I hope it's the biggest one ever made. Look, I can appreciate a guy with heart and someone who's fighting someone 3 times the size. But I ask myself, though, how smart is this?
Well, he's looking for opportunities, and yes, maybe he won't beat Sullivan, but it maybe can put a good enough showing that'll put him further up the ranks. Who knows? Oh!
And immediately, Mendoza using that speed to his advantage.
I think that's got to be his strategy. That's the only thing he can beat him with his speed.
Stick and move, lighting him up with those kicks, but there you see he's not going to win any test of strength with Lars Sullivan.
Look to try to get that enziguri. Didn't get all of it.
There we go.
Oh!
Headbutt.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen something like
battering
that.
ram for a forehead. Lars Sullivan drives Mendoza down as Mendoza was taking to the air.
Oh! Crushing splash in the corner. Mendoza can barely breathe.
And a stellar stinger splash, and it looks like Lars Sullivan is going to do it again!
What?
Burying Raul Mendoza in the corner.
Lars is an abnormality of human genetics. Look at this. It's a freight train with a beard.
Power slam by Sullivan. Operative word being power.
He could have just covered him right there. He could have won this match right there.
Facing Lars Sullivan in an NXT ring is like spending time in a gas station bathroom. It isn't fun, guys.
Listen to this.
Oh, crushing cross faces by Sullivan on Mendoza.
Talk about facing Lars Sullivan, of course. NXT TakeOver War Games. Lars Sullivan is going to be facing Cassius Ohno this Saturday on the WWE Network.
And you talk about a guy with a set. There's the freak accident by Sullivan. And Sullivan dispatches Raul Mendoza. Will he be able to dispatch Cassius Ohno? Because you have to give credit to Ohno for having a set, stepping up, going to GM William Regal saying, I want to be the first to slay the behemoth known as Lars Sullivan.
Well, here in the corner, driving the wind out of the lungs of Mendoza. And really, Mendoza stood no chance after that. Strong power slam. And the large Leviathan driving Mendoza down.
NXT's version of the Colossus of Rhodes, Lars Sullivan, whose American dream is everyone else's nightmare.
NXT's menace, Lars Sullivan.
I don't know, fellas. I don't think he's done.
Sullivan wants to pick away at the bones, the carcass of Raul Mendoza. And Cassius Ohno has seen enough.
Ohno doesn't look scared.
He's known as the knockout artist. Will he be able to knock out the seemingly unstoppable Lars Sullivan? Lars Sullivan laughing in the face of Cassius Ohno. Meanwhile, Ohno knows it's not a laughing matter by any measure.
Well, I think Sullivan was laughing because he believes he could have taken out Ohno right here.
Well, who is going to get the last laugh? We will have to wait until NXT TakeOver Houston War Games. It is going to be Lars Sullivan with, on paper, his toughest test in NXT against Cassius Ohno, and it's coming your way only on the WWE Network.
Oh, John, hello. Thank you for coming so promptly. Yeah.
You asked to see me?
Yes.
Look, I know I haven't delivered lately, and the last thing I want to do is let you down. But trust me, I know I still belong here. I can turn this thing around.
I know you belong here, John, and I know you're going to get to where you need to be as a singles competitor. I have all the faith in the world in you. There's an opportunity arose. Pete Dunne called me and has thrown out an open challenge to anyone at NXT to face him for the UK Championship. Now, I think you'd be the perfect man for the job.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, so next week on this show, you will face Pete Dunne for the UK Championship.
Okay.
If you need any things with the accent, English?
I think we'll be okay.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Regal.
All right.
My days at WWE didn't end in storybook fashion. I never envisioned that I would be stepping back in the ring. It's so much pressure. This might be my last shot. I need to look at my wife and my son and see that they're proud of me. You know, you question yourself at this stage of my life, my ability to pull this off.
He put the pressure on himself. Every second it was going to be perfect.
We wanted to see Goldberg back in the ring.
This last time was different. The desire to see his son and his wife to see him in the ring, it was a different Goldberg.
For the one time in my career, this ain't about me.
Welcome back to Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. Tonight, NXT is presented by Cricket Wireless, all about coverage in and out of the ring. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. Hey there, he is Nigel McGuinness, Percy Watson. I'm Morwen Allen. Guys, despite this being an action-packed night of NXT action, I really believe it is the calm before the chaos of NXT's first ever War Games match. It goes down this Saturday in Houston, and the 9 wicks have already been lit.
The Undisputed Era lives by a saying. Do not start a war that you cannot finish.
We have new NXT Tag Team Champions!
Oh, wait a minute!
That's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly!
This place, this world, this universe belongs to us.
Good God! They're not just here for sanity, they're attacking the authors of pain as well! An all-out assault here on the NXT Tag Team division.
We're just getting started.
Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, we are untouchable! Another ambush here at NXT! We are unstoppable!
Well, these men are here to change the landscape.
And we, not again,
are undisputed.
Yo, Roddy.
Roderick Strong has come so close to breathing the rarefied air as NXT champion, falling just short. Strong realizes that in many ways, he's at a career crossroad.
We need to be a part of our era.
What does Roderick Strong need to do to get to that next level? I think join the Undisputed Era.
You guys want to come in here and you want to make your mark.
What?
Well, you're looking at the group that wrote the book on making a mark.
Sanity looking for a little revenge.
You're gonna find out that in this universe, what matters is the chaos.
Oh my God, it's the authors of pain! Razor and Akam! We haven't seen them since they lost the NXT Tag Team titles at TakeOver Brooklyn!
The authors of pain have chosen to
take our little setback
Here comes Roderick Strong.
and make it into a set up.
Roderick Strong joining the Undisputed Era.
Yes!
Oh! What? The Authors of Pain now helping out Roderick Strong. It's Bedlam.
Now this situation has become utter madness. At TakeOver Houston, these three teams will be in a triple threat match. In War Games.
What?
3 teams, 2 rings, and 1 unforgiving cage.
War Games.
I was in the first War Games, and you know what I remember? It is survival of the fittest.
For the first time in nearly 20 years.
A powder keg of fury and desire.
TakeOver.
When the dust settles,
United.
when the war is over,
We purge.
we will prove what we already know and shock the system.
What will happen in one of the most brutal matches in sports entertainment history?
2 rings, unforgiving steel cage, no disqualifications.
Houston, we have a War Games. At NXT TakeOver War Games, the teams of Sanity, the Authors of Pain with Roderick Strong, and the Undisputed Era compete in NXT's first ever War Games match right here on the WWE Network. If you want to learn more about the rules for this Saturday's Triple Threat War Games match, head over to WWE.com.
Houston is the site for NXT's first ever War Games match, but also the place where NXT Champion Drew McIntyre will put his title on the line against Andrade, Cien, Almas. But tonight we will have a chance to see both men face to face here at Full Sail University.
And Ember Moon has a chance to become the next NXT Women's Champion this Saturday. But one person, Mercedes Martinez, she questioned whether Moon has what it takes to win the big one. Guess what? Martinez meets Moon next.
It started as a whisper until you screamed it at the top of your lungs, made us unstoppable, made it a revolution.
We are NXT!
Every word he says, you believe.
She stole the show every time.
Nobody carried the ball more than him for longer than him.
That women's division, man, legit badasses.
Perhaps the greatest signing in NXT history.
It's pure magic.
I don't dance 'cause I want to. I dance 'cause I need to. I'm gonna die to own this room. Yeah, I need this more than you. I wanna see you.
And we want to give a special shout out to Marmozets for their song Play. It's one of the theme songs for this Saturday's NXT TakeOver War Games and is available on iTunes and Spotify.
And we'll find out who the next NXT Women's Champion will be as Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross compete in a fatal 4-way match for the vacant title. Who will be the new face of the NXT Women's Division? We'll find out this Saturday at NXT TakeOver War Games.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for 1 fall. Making her way to the ring from Waterbury, Connecticut, Mercedes Martinez.
Well, a woman who impressed many in the Mae Young Classic. A ton of experience, great striking ability, submission ability as well. She looks here to prove a point when she takes on NXT's resident war goddess, Ember Moon.
She made it to the semifinals of the Mae Young Classic, and she drew the ire of Ember Moon when she, well, said that Moon was incapable of winning the big one. Nigel, do you think there is something to what Mercedes Martinez has said about Ember Moon, who has had more than one opportunity at becoming NXT Women's Champion, but has never had that honor of winning the title?
Yeah, well, I think, to be honest with you, Ember Moon would probably agree. She knows she's had opportunities and unfortunately came short. That doesn't mean that if she gets one more opportunity, she's not going to take it.
I mean, that's definitely true, but let's not forget now, Ember Moon has been the closest to defeating Asuka than anyone else on the roster.
Came very close to supplanting the most dominant champion in NXT history at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Will get another chance Saturday in Houston in the Fatal 4-Way. Martinez has to back up her trash talking by delivering it inside the ring once that bell rings, and this matchup underway. What do you look for early in this contest, Nigel?
I have to give the striking advantage to Mercedes if she decides to go that way. Obviously, Moon has a lower center of gravity. That would aid in grappling. Looking for a nice double wrist lock there. Couldn't get it extended, though.
Martinez employs a side headlock. Side headlock, want to impose her size advantage on Ember Moon.
It's a good 2 to 3 inches in height. Keeps that headlock, not a bad strategy.
Not a legal one.
Well, you're not going to beat Moon with it, but you're going to keep on top. Oh, strong shoulder tackle. Proving a point.
Martinez, an athlete, her entire life, played basketball and softball. Majored in criminal justice, and now has the side headlock takeover on Ember Moon. So maybe a method to her trash-talking madness, Percy.
Yeah.
Look what Martinez is doing there. Look how she's driving with her feet, putting a lot of pressure on the lower abdominal area of Ember Moon.
Martinez would love to be the NXT Women's Champion. Of course, the 4 superstars vying for the gold Saturday include Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross. And Ember Moon showcasing some of the skills that got her to the Fatal 4-Way match.
Oh, beautiful.
Moon chopping down the tree.
Oh, wow. Basement dropkick by Ember Moon. Quickly goes for the lateral press, hooks the leg and gets a 2 count.
You know, Percy, I might tell Martinez you called her a tree.
She's taller than Ember.
Ember now putting a hurt on Martinez.
Arm wringer by Moon. Fires Martinez into the turnbuckle. Corner clothesline by Moon. Nice reversal by Martinez, and she crashes that forearm into the face of Moon.
Well, now we're seeing what I thought would be Martinez's best advice from the beginning. Striking. We'll see what she does.
Oh, there we go. Spinebuster slam by Martinez, and Moon lands hard on the back of her neck. Martinez looking to capitalize, hooks a leg and gets a 2 count. Mercedes Martinez in control. Can Ember Moon get back into this matchup? here by Ember Moon in a 2 count. Ember Moon facing off against Mercedes Martinez, who had less than flattering things to say about Moon in an interview on WWE.com, saying that Moon was incapable of winning the big one. Wow, Moon just absorbed that big chop from Martinez.
Well, keep in mind, too, she's trying to get into the mind of Ember Moon. We all know how psychological this game is as opposed to the physical aspect of it.
Looks like she was trying to get into the chest of Ember Moon with that.
Grueling battle, just days away from another huge opportunity for Ember Moon at TakeOver War Games in Houston. The fatal 4-way to, snap suplex by Martinez. Oh, maybe an homage to Eddie Guerrero with the 3 amigos here by Mercedes Martinez. Can she finish off the hat trick?
What?
Now it's British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith and the delayed vertical suplex. Martinez, a student of the game, gets a 2 count.
Look of shock on her face, though.
And if you're Kairi Sane, Peyton Royce, Nikki Cross, you have to be saying, hey, Mercedes Martinez, good job.
Absolutely.
Softening up, Ember Moon has to be considered one of the favorites of this fatal 4-way on Saturday after what she was able to do against Asuka, even in a losing cause.
Oh, yeah, she took Asuka the distance in that match.
Wow.
Step up enziguri by Moon, and that drops Martinez to a knee.
Well, fellas, I've almost got to eat my words like Martinez ate that boot. Really, Ember Moon's been the best striker thus far in this match.
Martinez protesting the pain, and there a beautiful Hurricane Rana by Ember Moon that sends Martinez all the way to the outside.
Now this is a big opportunity and a big decision for Moon. What does she do now?
She looks like she's going to pull out all the stops despite an opportunity at the NXT Women's title on Saturday. Suicida! Ember Moon throwing caution to the wind. And this is the kind of competitor that she is.
What velocity. Take a look one more time at that dive through the middle and bottom rope.
An incredible tope suicida for Ember Moon, just days away from another opportunity of becoming NXT Women's Champion. Martinez almost kicked her head off with that boot.
I think we know what Ember Moon had in mind there.
What does Martinez have in mind here?
A running version of the Tower of London.
Something you know very well as Ember Moon kicks out at 2.
2.5, but she's close. And close to really proving something here. 2.5 again, but what a victory against Ember Moon would prove.
Well, what an effort already by Mercedes Martinez. Opened a lot of people's eyes in the Mae Young Classic, making it to the Final 4. And right now, she's really giving a good account of herself of why maybe she should have been considered for the fatal 4-way roll-up by Moon and a 2 count.
Mercedes was looking for the Fisherman Buster. Moon switched to her hips. Well, there's a mistake.
Martinez getting tangled up into the ropes. Oh, and a roundhouse kick to the spine by Moon. Driving the sole of her boot into the midsection of Martinez.
Now Martinez prone. Oh, wait a second.
Man, I cannot believe that just days away from an opportunity to become NXT Women's Champion, Ember Moon willing to go high risk. This is the kind of competitor she is. The Eclipse. She hits Martinez with the Eclipse. And will this be a sign of things to come Saturday at TakeOver War Games?
There is no slowdown. There is no brakes. There is no letting off the gas when you're Ember Moon.
Well, certainly not when you're 4 days away from NXT TakeOver War Games.
No one was able to eclipse Asuka's reign as NXT Women's Champion. Could Ember Moon be the next in line, however?
If she is, this is what she'll have to do. She'll have to survive things like that. The running Tower of London, able to somehow kick out at the last second. And then she will need to hit this, that twisting corkscrew stunner off the top that she calls the Eclipse. You have to believe if she hits this, she will be the next NXT Women's Champion.
Will it be Bad Moon Rising for the rest of the field in the fatal four-way?
Well, this one of the competitors that she will face.
Yeah, Moon's victory celebration being interrupted by Nikki Cross.
Manic look on the face of the psychotic Scott.
Oh, that mental warfare.
Nikki Cross, you'll remember the last woman standing match against Asuka here on NXT TV and one of the more hellacious battles of the year. She is well schooled and definitely deserving of an opportunity to vie for the vacant NXT Women's Championship.
And another competitor perfectly capable, perfectly poised to do that and become the next NXT Women's Championship is Peyton Royce.
And yet many people believe that the next NXT Women's Champion will be the winner of the inaugural Mae Young Classic, the dynamic Pirate Princess Kairi Sane, and that insane elbow. One of these four women will walk out of Space City as the new NXT Women's Champion at TakeOver War Games Saturday, only on the WWE Network.
And with only a few days remaining, we will see face-to-face the two men battling for the NXT Championship at TakeOver War Games. The NXT Champion Drew McIntyre and Andrade Cien Almas will be here next.
The WWE United Kingdom Championship will be up for grabs as Pete Dunne issued a challenge to anyone in the NXT locker room for his title. And as we saw earlier tonight, Johnny Gargano has accepted. It doesn't get any better than the Bruiserweight against Johnny Wrestling. It's for the WWE UK title, and you'll get to see it next week on NXT TV. And the action will continue from the Toyota Center in Houston as the two women who were close to competing for the NXT Women's Championship will be in action. Ruby Riott will square off with Sonya Deville next week right here on NXT TV.
Please welcome the NXT Champion, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre on the receiving end of a brutal ambush at the hands of the next challenger for the NXT Championship, Andrade Cien Almas. And Nigel, you'd have to agree that Almas has the psychological edge going into this championship match.
He certainly seemed to, didn't he? It was 2 weeks ago, humiliated the Celtic Colossus, signing that contract and then sticking it to his chest with the gum from Zelina Vega.
Almas might have the edge, but you better believe that Drew McIntyre will not forget what happened.
McIntyre defeated Bobby Roode to become NXT Champion at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Successfully defended the title against Roderick Strong here on NXT TV and now gets set for TakeOver War Games.
It's great when a plan comes together, isn't it? Congratulations, Almas. Your plan worked. Well, I mean, to be more specific, Zelina's plan worked, but nonetheless, you've got your NXT Championship opportunity, and you've got it at TakeOver War Games. Now you're both in trouble. And it's one thing to ask for the opportunity, but you know, when you actually get the opportunity and reality sets in, and the pressure really sets in, that's when you find out what kind of man you truly are, because, mate, it is quite clear what kind of man I am. But when the pressure's on, when the big lights in Houston are on, Andrade, will you be able to say the same? And Zelina, the lovely, fiery, feisty Zelina, you've been talking about success. You've been rambling on about mountains. I've got news for you. Your client's going to find out real quick when he steps into the ring with Drew McIntyre that I am the bloody mountain. And I am standing here right now asking you one last time, Cien. Come out here and face me like a man. Don't do it to prove something to me. Don't do it to prove something to Zelina. Do it to prove something to yourself. Come out here for once and face me like a man. Unless, of course, Zelina's not going to let you off the leash for the night.
Wow. Well, woof, woof, here he comes.
I guess that got his attention, huh?
Or is he?
Yeah, I was going to say it's not Andrade Cien Almas, but his business advisor, Zelina Vega. Not to say that Almas is a pedo, by the way. Well, pedo dog off the lead.
Better late than never.
That's your Spanish lesson there, Nigel. Here comes Andrade Cien Almas, and Drew McIntyre's ready for battle. They're not going to wait for TakeOver War Games. It is on, McIntyre and Almas. They are brawling in the center of the ring. Hostilities have been... What the?
What?
Oh, come on.
Wow.
This Zelina Vega more than just a business advisor.
Vega looked like she came out of the rafters.
And Almas with that chop block on the left leg of McIntyre, of course, known for the Claymore kick. Almas softening up the NXT champion. No! Hammerlock DDT!
That's a great call, though, Mara. How much damage is done to that knee? And what effect will it have?
Exactly. How much will it impact the NXT Championship match Saturday in Houston? Zelina Vega motivating her charge. Andrade Cien Almas saying the NXT Championship, it's all about this right here. And is this a sign of what we can expect Saturday in Houston?
One thing I know for sure, this is going to be a championship match for the ages.
Unreal. This is 2 times now that Andrade Cien Almas has been able to get the drop on our champion, Drew McIntyre.
The NXT Championship reign of Drew McIntyre could be in peril Saturday at TakeOver War Games.
You can feel it coming.
A powder keg.
For fury, aggression, and desire.
You want wanted the champ. You've got it.
One of these four women will walk out as the new NXT Women's Champion.
We will have a match so brutal it hasn't been seen in 20 years.
One of the most dangerous matches in sports entertainment history.
3 teams in 2 rings in 1 cage.
Houston, we have our War Games.